Why did Job go through what he went through? Why did Job go through what he went through?
Fear.
Exactly. But the word of God says that Job said, what I feared came upon me. What I feared came upon me. That means that prolonged torture in Job's life was not God's idea. God said, okay, fine. God called even Satan, he was invited and everything. Okay, God said, I'm going to take my child through a process. But then Job was going through, even God was sitting there wondering, why is Job going through much more than what I have assigned to him? Sometimes we are going through much more pain than what God had assigned to us. Why? Because we start relating to that pain. You start relating to that process. You start relating to that family drama. You start relating to that family curses. You start relating to it. You call yourself that. And that's why that suffering never ends. It took Job a very long time. Why? Because even while Job was in his hale and hearty and happy days, do you know what he was thinking? What if? What if? What if everything goes away? What if this gets spoiled? What if my children die? What if this happens? What if my marriage fails? What if this does not work? What if that does not work? And exactly that's what happened. He said, my fear came upon me. My fear came upon me. Do you know sometimes we cannot move into God's plans for our lives because we have a fear of the past holding on to us? Because you are not ready to break connections with that old misery and start saying, God, it's a new me. Everything is new. I know who my God is. I know what my God has for me. I don't have to live like my parents lived. I don't have to suffer like my parents suffered. The thing is that it's me. I have to break that connection, that relationship with fear, so that I can move into the new plans of God.